Right. Testing. Welcome, everyone. Let me know if you're hearing me, man. Let me know if you're hearing me. Please let me know. Oh, what a difference a day makes. Welcome in, everyone. Have a lot going on right now. Have a lot going on. Need some things done right here. Let's see. Working on something special for you guys. Oh, come on now. Let's see. That's good right there. Okay, so welcome on in. Happy Tuesday, is it? Tuesday? I'm going to say hello to everyone before we get in here. Rochelle, welcome in. Welcome in, Rochelle. Right. Carol, welcome in. All right, welcome in, Rochelle. And Anna Paula, welcome in. Welcome back in. New member. Good to see you. And oh, Carol with the wrench and the attitude. Welcome in, Carol. All right, guys. Lisa. Welcome in, Lisa. We are up late tonight. We won't be very long. I don't plan to, but you know how that goes. Shib. Welcome in. Not too shabby, sweet dude Shibby. Welcome in. Tuesday night party, is it? I wish there was more reason to celebrate. Sandy D, welcome in. Welcome in, Sandy. And Lauren L, welcome in. Welcome in, Lauren L. All right. Good. So you guys, if I don't recognize you, I may not say hello. Don't take offense. Here, Kayla, getting ready to go to bed, though it's midnight. Oh, Kayla. Well, you can catch the replay tomorrow or whenever you want to. Everyone on the replay, welcome to the replay. Please hit the like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, support the channel in one of the multitude of ways that we have available to you to support the channel. Have you seen the movie It? They refer to the clown as Bridge Guy. No, I have not, but that's fucking interesting. Wow. Wow. You were right. Doctors are no fun. Well, was it not that fun? Come on, man. All right, I made it. All right, guys. So, what's up, Skillets of the Home? Says Sonic Landscape. My doctor asked if I hear voices in my head. I said yes. We all get along great. Okay. I'm gonna listen until my peepers close and my brain shuts down. Awesome, awesome. Hopefully, well, that will be quite a while from now. I'm gonna try to rush through our presentation today. There's a lot. Uh, But I know you guys, okay? I know you guys. Most of you have probably already, definitely uh, been through all of this already. Uh, I mean, was Bob Mata dramatic enough for you? I mean, kind of a drama queen. But anyway, everybody's got his own way. All right, Lisa, it's good to see you. So, Digital, welcome in. Welcome in, Digital. So, here we go. Look. Boy, do we have like I said, we have to rush through this paperwork because I have some opinions for you, and it's a lot. It is a lot. It's amazing. This shit is just unfucking believable. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can handle this one thing at a time, right? One thing at a fucking time. All right. So first of all, let's get into. All right, quickly. We will quickly do what we have to do regarding this. Um, I am absolutely positive you cannot read that. So don't worry about reading it. Just listen along. Let's go on a ride, okay? It'll be quick, and what's important is a commentary after this is all done. So let's just get through this. This is your motion to compel and motion for sanctions. It's quite a lot, but we'll just skip the unnecessary verbiage. On October 28, 2022, Richard Allen was charged with 2 counts of murder. Allen's initial hearing was on October 28, 2022. November 14, 2022, Rozzi and Baldwin entered their appearances in the matter on behalf of Allen. Pursuant to Rule 2.5 of the Indiana Rules of Criminal Procedure, the state must disclose and furnish all relevant items and information under Section B2 to the defense within 30 days of the initial hearing. 30 days. An appearance by defense counsel or an appearance by pro se defendant, whichever is later. Okay, 30 days. Indiana Rules of Criminal Procedure 2.5b2 states that the state must disclose the following information within its possession or control. A, the names and last known addresses of persons whom the state intends to call as witnesses with their relevant written or recorded statements. B, any written, oral, or recorded statements made by the accused or by a co-defendant, regardless of whether charged or joined, and a list of witnesses to the making and acknowledgement of such statements. D, any reports or statements of experts made in connection with the case, including results of physical or mental examinations and of scientific tests, experiments, or comparisons. E, any books, papers, documents, photographs, or tangible objects that the prosecuting attorney intends to use in the hearing or trial. F, any books, papers, documents, photographs, or tangible objects which were obtained from or belong to the accused. G, documents produced pursuant to Rule 1.4, subpoenas, ducis tecum, and returns prior to filing. Okay. 6, additionally, the state has the duty to disclose evidence which is favorable to the defense. Brady versus Maryland, Okay. The above information was due to the defense 30 days after attorney Baldwin and Rozzi entered their appearance. Therefore, it was due by December 14, 2022. Okay, guys, not December 14, 2023, but December 14, 2022. General facts, motion for sanctions. Between September 8, 2023 and October 6, 2023, 9 months after it was due, the state of Indiana sent the defense 14 fucking hard drives, 5 flash drives, 3 DVDs, and several emails containing discovery disclosures amounting to almost 4 terabytes of information. Yes, is that some 10 months late? Okay, before the defense had a chance to review all of this late discovery, utilizing only 2 lawyers and 2 non-lawyers, 3 of whom were not able to work full-time on the case, the prosecutor requested that the defense be disqualified on October 10, 2023. It's called playing games because we're covering up the murders of our victims of Delphi murders, Abby and Libby. And the court ordered the defense to stop working on the case on October 12, 2023, because we're covering up the murders of Abby and Libby. According to Mr. Baldwin and Mr. Rozzi, accordingly, they did not work on the case again until January 19. So from October 12 to January 19, they did not work on the case because we're covering up the murders of Abby and Libby. During that 34 fucking days of time frame, from September 8, 2023 through October 12, the defense was only able to review a tiny fraction of the massive fucking amounts of 4 fucking terabytes of fucking discovery that had been dunked on the defense 9 to 10 fucking months after it was fucking due. Attorneys Rozzi and Baldwin were reinstated and re-entered their appearances on January fucking 19th, 2024. The 2017 extraction and data and other items of discovery were turned over to defense on January fucking 30th of 2024. However, it did not appear to the defense that the hard drives were organized the same as when originally provided during their first fucking tenure. And these changes have caused considerable delay in locating certain fucking evidence, if that fucking evidence could be fucking located at all. Okay. Is the evidence even still there? Was the evidence fucking deleted? Well, who knows, because a bunch of evidence was. Additionally, it appears to the defense that the state of Indiana has belatedly disclosed tens of thousands of fucking documents spread through many hard drives. For example, the state of Indiana first turned over the hard drive labeled FBI case 7CIP 2134732 on October 31st, 2023, after Rozzi and Baldwin were off the fucking case. Wonder if that was intentional. And the state of Indiana turned over the hard drive labeled Orion to the defense December 7, 2023, after Rozzi and Baldwin were off the case. Again, probably fucking intentional. After Rozzi and Baldwin were reinstated, the state of Indiana turned over those 2 hard drives to Rozzi and Baldwin on January fucking 30th, 2024. While the defense should have had those hard drives on or before December 14, 2022, the defense did not receive those hard drives until January 2024. That's a typo there that says 2023. You do realize that is are we talking more than 12 months? Okay. Most of the items found on the hard drives detailed above are not labeled in any descriptive fashion. And many, if not most of the items, consisting of documents, photographs, and video, have zero context as to what the significance of the document, video, photographs are. Many of the items are not accompanied by a report or even notes that explain the reason such items are included in discovery. For example, one video shows a man that appears to be dead on a bed being turned over by what appear to be police. There is no context provided as to why that video is included in the massive amount of discovery, or what this video has to do with the murders of Liberty German and Abigail Williams. That's just one example of thousands of examples that the defense could cite of evidence with no context of why it's related to this case that the state of Indiana has provided to the defense. Let's read that again. Isn't that fucking odd? One video shows a man that appears to be dead on a bed being turned over by what appear to be police. A man dead on a bed being turned over by police. Additionally, more recent evidence that the state of Indiana has turned over to the defense through e-discovery contains evidence that is seemingly sandwiched in the middle of completely unrelated discovery. For example, the state produced one e-discovery response received on March 15th, 2024. How many days ago was that? Which included a document labeled Second Half of Delphi, 3 SUPs, consisting of 341 pages of documents. Most of the contents in this document are reports from Westville Correctional Unit. However, buried among these other reports is a narrative report on page 239 by Detective Vito of the ISP describing a phone call with Detective Liddell of the Manatee County, Florida Sheriff's Office, detailing an investigation of a third-party suspect known by Unified Command in this matter. Detective Liddell told Detective Vito that the Manatee County Sheriff's Office sent a tech to obtain a pair of the suspect's jeans that appeared to have blood on them, and that Manatee County Sheriffs would send the items to the Lafayette, Indiana State Police Post. Additionally, Detective Liddell sent an email to Detective Vito with their report and the statement affidavit. Detective Vito noted that both documents were attached to the report. Neither the Manatee County, Florida report nor the statement affidavit were attached to the document the state of Indiana provided to the defense. The defense has not located any follow-up discovery detailing whether the state of Indiana even attempted to test the blood on those pants for DNA. It does not know if such a report exists, and if it does, whether it may be found sandwiched in between other discovery. This is just another example of the discovery issues plaguing the defense. This document would not have been found but for someone taking the time to go through the discovery one page at a time. Pardon me. Furthermore, the fucking state of Indiana has sent repeated piecemeal discovery intentionally, forcing the defense to engage in a time-consuming process of reviewing and attempting to search multiple hard drives, flash drives, and e-discovery for particular documents the defense believe exist but cannot locate. The state of Indiana has drowned the defense in late discovery disclosures, which materially harms the defense team in preparing for trial in a meaningful and cohesive way. Yeah, no shit. No shit. No shit. And not only that, it's anywhere from 9 to 13 months late. Okay, so we got basically a year late. You could have conceived and birthed a child in the amount of time. Okay. Liberty German's cell phone. On February 15th, 2017, Lieutenant Brad Bunner of the Cybercrimes Unit of the Indiana State Police conducted an extraction of data from Liberty German's cell phone using a program called Cellebrite. Said information was downloaded via Cellebrite and several reports were generated therefrom. When the defense was unable to locate in discovery the data from Liberty German's cell phone, it sent an email to Prosecutor McClellan on June 17th, 2023, requesting a copy of that data from Liberty German's phone as it had not yet been provided to the defense. Clearly, the state of Indiana possessed 2017 Cellebrite extraction and data on the date they filed the charge against Mr. Allen, which is October 28, 2022, remember? As well as when the defense requested the data from Liberty German's phone in its June 17th, 2023 email. Despite being in the state of Indiana's possession for over 5 fucking years, when the charges were filed against Mr. Allen on October 28, 2022, the extraction and data from Liberty German's phone was not provided to Mr. Allen's attorneys until September 8, 2023, 9 months after it was due to the defense. However, even upon receiving the extraction and data from Liberty German's phone, quote unquote, the defense was unable to immediately focus on that important piece of evidence, as that evidence was just one small part of a larger series of evidence dumps that the state of Indiana chose to turn over to the defense in a roughly 4-week period between September 8, 2023 and October 6, 2023, 9 months later than required under the Indiana Rules of Criminal Procedure. Included in the 2017 Celebrite extraction of Liberty German's phone was a video purportedly taken on February 13th, 2017 at 2:13 p.m. containing images of Abby Williams and a purported suspect. The state of Indiana failed to produce this extraction to the defense until September 8, 2023. 9 months later than discovery rules mandated. Let's reread that. That is a little interesting, isn't it? Remember, here on this channel, we don't shill for the defense or the prosecution. We shill for the victims, Abby and Libby. No one else. Included in the 2017 Celebrite extraction of Liberty German's phone was a video purportedly taken on February 13th, 2017 at 2:13 p.m. Containing images of Abby Williams and a purported suspect. Additionally, in 2019, ISP, perhaps with outside assistance, conducted additional extractions of Liberty German's phone utilizing different software programs. These newer extractions have been discussed by ISP officers in depositions, but has not been located in any discovery provided by the prosecutor in any usable fashion. The defense has requested the state of Indiana to provide the locations of these newer extractions. Additionally, a certain extraction program called Axiom has been provided to the defense. The defense has been unable to open said extraction, but apparently needs some type of special licensed program in order to open the extraction. The defense believes that the state of Indiana has not provided the special program. As part of a reasonable investigation, the defense would have wanted the opportunity to compare the 2017 extraction to the 2019 extraction to see what differences might exist and the reasons for those differences, and would have further wanted to exercise that opportunity on or before December 14th, 2022, when the state of Indiana was required by the Indiana Rules of Criminal Procedure to turn over all extractions, or should I say both, of Liberty German's phone, so that the defense has as much time as possible to analyze Liberty German's phone extractions. But of course, we know that that is not their objective. Their objective is to cover up the murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty German. There's no justification for submitting the 2017 cell phone extraction or any other extractions and data 9 months after they were due to the defense, especially when the state of Indiana has had the evidence in its possession for almost 6-7 fucking years. Does this shit, you starting to get the feeling for what's been going on here? Are we getting a feeling for what has been going on? No, but we blame the prof. We want to blame the prof for all the problems with this case. Okay, sure. Assistant Rushville Police Chief Todd Click, letter, report, and evidence. This is going to get rich with Mr. Click. We'll find out. Contained in these disclosures was the letter and 83-page Odinist report prepared by Assistant Rushville Police Chief Todd Click, hereinafter the Click report, which was sent by certified mail to prosecutor Nicholas McClellan on April 28, 2023. The Carroll County Prosecutor's Office signed for the certified letter and report on May 1st, 2023. Yet, inexplicably, Mr. McClellan did not disclose this highly exculpatory report, nor the accompanying exculpatory videos and other related discovery to the defense until September 8, 2023, 4 months after he received it. Rule 3.8D of the defense sorry, I have to, let me go ahead and, there we go. Stop those signals. Okay. Rule 3.8D of the Rules of Professional Conduct, Special Responsibilities of a Goddamn Prosecutor, states that and I quote, the prosecutor in a criminal case shall make timely disclosure to the defense of all evidence or information known to the prosecutor that tends to negate the guilt of the accused or mitigates the offense. The prosecution, close quotation, the prosecution should have turned that material over to the defense immediately upon its receipt of the same. There is no justification for slimy prosecutor Nicholas McClellan to delay the turning over of the Click report for over 4 months after the Carroll County Prosecutor's Office received it, unless he's covering up the murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty German. The delay in disclosing the Click report and evidence to the defense has resulted in harm to Mr. Allen, and it has benefited those trying to cover up the murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty German. Had the state of Indiana turned over the Click report, videos, and documentation in a timely manner, the defense would have focused on certain third-party suspects much earlier in their representation, more like 2022, and would have investigated this case much differently and much more efficiently. They would have changed the order of deposing witnesses and would have deposed certain witnesses such as Elvis Fields, Brad Holer, Johnny Messer, Rod Abrams, and Ed Smith, Patrick Westfall, and Taylor Hornady much earlier. And those are our Odinist witnesses and suspects. Asked different questions of law enforcement at their depositions and been better prepared for trial earlier. Yes. Yes. Okay. Now, why are there rules for criminal procedure if they are not followed to the letter? Why do 30 days matter if 30 days become 9 months? Terms of Mr. Allen's imprisonment and early trial considerations. The fact that Richard Allen remains trapped in a solitary confinement in the secured housing unit of both Westville Correctional Facility and Wabash Valley Correctional Facility while on pretrial detention has caused a physical and mental deterioration of Mr. Allen, causing defense counsel to seek a speedy trial rather than risk their client facing further mental and physical deterioration. Well, who can deny that? Even the most insane gaslighter who claims without any knowledge whatsoever that Mr. Allen is absolutely guilty in the lone wolf murderer of Abigail Williams and Liberty German certainly cannot deny the fact that he has declined mentally and physically since his pretrial detainment in a maximum security solitary confinement, Odinist guarded confinement. The fact that the state of Indiana has violated both fucking rules of discovery through very late disclosure of large volumes of evidence, including evidence that supports the theories of innocence, and has locked up Mr. Allen in hell on earth so that he would potentially die. Has put the defense and Mr. Allen in a precarious position where it could have, one, kept the October 2024 trial date, and then spent the next 6 to 8 months reviewing late evidence that the state of Indiana has had in its possession at the risk of continued deterioration of their client's physical and mental well-being, or two, seek a speedy trial and hope that they can put a case together in spite of the significant discovery violations perpetuated by the state that have put the defense at least 9 to 10 months behind where it should have been had the state of Indiana followed the rules. Yeah, you get it? They were hoping. I'll just go ahead and make it easy on the defense here, and just basically put it out there factually that they were hoping that Mr. Allen would literally die. Okay, this case was and has never been meant to go to trial. The objective was that Mr. Allen pass away or be murdered, or be forced into confessions and plea deals. Okay, you get it? The objective all along was that Mr. Allen die and not go to trial or be forced to confess and take a plea, because the objective was never for Mr. Allen to go to trial. It still is not for Mr. Allen to go to trial. As a basis for understanding the impact of solitary confinement for even 2 weeks on a human fucking being, let alone plus 16 plus fucking months, the defense cites the United Nations findings on that topic. The United Nations Standard Minimum Rules for the Treatment of Prisoners, Rules 43 and 44. The United Nations Standard Minimum Rules for the Treatment of Prisoners, Rules 43 and 44, prohibits the imposition of solitary confinement for prolonged periods, defined as periods of 15 days or longer. No, 16 months. Additionally, per the UN standards, solitary confinement should be prohibited in the case of prisoners with physical or mental disabilities when their conditions would be exacerbated by such measures. Rule 45. United Nations, GA 7175, the United Nations Standard Minimum Rules for the Treatment of Prisoners. The decision to seek a speedy trial was not hastily made, but only decided after factoring in that Richard Allen has been languishing in solitary confinement for well over a year, approximately 536 days, or 521 fucking days longer than allowed by the United Nations, which equates to more than 20 times the standards set out by the UN. And he continues to suffer both mentally and physically. Look at him. He's 1 foot in the grave. The defense fears that the delaying of the trial will result in continued and prolonged mental and physical trauma to Richard Allen, or even worse, death. Well, that's the objective of the state, because the intention is to cover up the murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty German. Choosing a speedy trial and dealing as best as it can with the fallout from the state of Indiana's late discovery disclosures was, and still is, a better option than risking Richard Allen's well-being and death by prolonging trial date to October, because he certainly will not make it. Request for sanctions. Oh, about to get rich up in here. As a sanction for the belated fucking disclosure of the report drafted by Assistant Rushville Police Chief Todd Click, the defense requests that the jury be instructed that Assistant Chief Click's report contains evidence tending to prove the innocence of Mr. Allen, and that the prosecution failed to turn over that evidence to the defense in a timely manner. Further, the defense requests that the state of Indiana be excluded from rebutting any information presented by the defense and contained in Assistant Chief Click's report and accompanying videotaped statements. As a last sanction for the delayed discovery of the Click information, the defense requests that it be able to play the late discovered video evidence of any witness it chooses to the jury without objection from the state of Indiana, foundationally or otherwise. Well, let me tell you, this is some fucking wishful thinking here, because this unhinged judge, she's not going for any of this shit. She's railroading this motherfucker no matter what. Indiana Trial Rule 37-2B states that if a party fails to obey an order or to provide or permit discovery, the court in which the action is pending may make such orders in regard to the failures are just, including prohibiting it from introducing designate matters in evidence. As a sanction for the late discovery or non-discovery, Mr. Allen requests that all data from Liberty German's phone, including the video from all data extractions, be excluded from evidence. Yeah, I don't agree with that. Don't agree with that one. What does that show? What does that show, Andy and Brad? What does it show? Okay. I'm not going to buy it. Okay. We got late discovery. What we need is Nick McClellan and Judge Francis Gull kicked off the case. Okay. That's what we need. We need Nick McClellan off the case. We need Francis Gull off the case. We need Rick Allen housed in a medical unit someplace appropriate to a pretrial detainee. Okay? But hey, I'm just some guy sitting on the internet. Now, as far as Mr. Click, we'll be getting more into him later. Okay? Motion to compel. Additionally, defense believes that there are multiple documents which still have not been disclosed to the defense. Well, that's a fucking fact. I mean, I'm telling you now, they're going to drop shit on you guys 24 hours before the first day of trial. Or that the defense cannot locate in the massive discovery provided to the defense. This includes the following. On November 4th, 2019, the state of Indiana sent a geofence warrant to the Google requesting activity from any device in a specified distance and within a specified time of the area in which the bodies of Abigail Williams and Liberty German were located. On the same day, it appears Google returned data in a spreadsheet which contained 18,632 fucking lines of data, each relating to a particular device ID. Generally, there is information received in follow-up requests which identify subscriber data with device IDs. Yeah, that's very clearly known. I made a video on it. To date, no such spreadsheet or data has been located by the defense, nor can any such information be found by the defense in spite of requests to the prosecution. In other words, they ain't seeing the geofence data from Google. I'm pretty sure they have the fog reveal, which is a whole separate thing. Okay, pay attention. Detective Murphy testified in his deposition that law enforcement had pings and other cell phone information related to Elvis Field's fucking phone on 2/13/2017. To date, no such data has been located by the defense, or the defense cannot locate that information in the massive discovery dump. It's a dump, okay? Despite good faith efforts to locate said evidence, if it even exists. SOPs for evidence collection and retention for the Indiana State Police, Carroll County Sheriff's Department, and Delphi, Indiana Police Department. To date, either no such documents have been provided for the defense, or the defense cannot locate that information in spite of requesting said information from the state of Indiana. Oh, well, the standard operating protocols? Tell you what, they've pretty much violated every single one. I mean, who leaves evidence at the scene? Who leaves unsecured evidence at the scene? I mean, the sticks and the bullet. It don't happen. Chain of custody documents related to the bullet purportedly found near the bodies of Liberty German Abigail Williams. To date, no such fucking data has been located by the defense, or the defense cannot locate information in spite of requesting said information from the state of Indiana. You know why? Because there is no chain of document related to goddamn bullet. It was planted. Okay? Chain of custody documents related to the sticks, branches, and bark found at the scene. To date, no such data has been located by the defense, or the defense cannot locate that information in spite of requesting that information from the state of Indiana because it was not properly fucking handled. There is no chain of custody. The defense possesses photographs of the bullet purportedly found on the ground or in the ground near the bodies of Liberty German Abigail Williams, and the photographs of the bullet at the crime fucking lab. The defense has no other photographs or video of the bullet from any other time. Remember, there's no photograph of it in the ground. There's no photograph of it coming out of the ground, etc., etc., etc. There's no photographs of the marks on the bullet the minute it was pulled from the ground. There's no photograph of the collecting. You get it? You get it? It's bullshit evidence. This whole case is bullshit. I was going to tell Jill Lewis earlier. This whole case can be summarized in one word. Summarized in one word. A round of applause to the person who can best put it in the chat quickest. What is the one word that can summarize this case? The one word that can best summarize this case. All right, I'll help you. Bullshit. Prior to October 19, 2023, the state of Indiana previously provided the defense a number of PowerPoint presentations, which were titled executive briefs or summaries, which appeared to be presentations providing information to law enforcement during briefings, including a PowerPoint presentation connecting Elvis Fields to Delphi. To date, since getting back on the case, no such data has been located by the defense, or the defense counsel cannot locate that information in spite of requesting said information from the state of Indiana. Yes, so you understand what this means is that they are not cooperating. Okay, they are not cooperating. H, according to certain law enforcement officers involved in the investigation who have been deposed. Okay, this is not word on the street, which would also be good. This is according to certain cops that have been talked to by the defense. Members of the FBI Behavioral Analysis Unit were present and engaged in the investigation of this crime. References have been made to the Behavioral Analysis Unit. However, the defense has not been able to locate any fucking reports from the Behavioral Analysis Unit of the FBI, the agents, or any other law enforcement concerning assessments of the crime scene regarding Odinism, Nordic culture, or paganism, Germanic culture, runes, magic, cult activity, or heathenism. To date, no such data has been located by the defense, or the defense cannot locate that information in spite of requesting said information from the state of Indiana because the state of Indiana is not complying. On April 16, should I turn the page? On April 16, 2024, April 16, that's just how many days ago? Pursuant to the Indiana Trial Rules 26F, defense counsel sent a letter to Prosecutor McClellan via certified mail and email requesting the above information, or the identification of the location of the information and discovery if it had been previously discovered. Furthermore, defense counsel requested a response by Friday, April fucking 19th. In its April 16, 2024 certified letter to the prosecutor Slick Nick McClellan, the defense requested that the prosecutor Slick Nick McClellan, Dirty Nick as we call him, explain his reasons for failing to turn over exculpatory click information for 4 fucking months when that the Brady material should have been turned over immediately to defense upon receipt. 2, explain his September 6, 2023 email in which he made false claims and misrepresentations to the defense concerning the identity of a Purdue professor. Oh, that's right. Turco, right? You remember this, right? Let's reread that. Explain his September 6, 2023 email in which he, the prosecutor, made false claims and misrepresentations to the defense concerning the identity of a Purdue professor and law enforcement's attempts to locate said identity, even going as far as telling the defense that the state of Indiana may not be able to learn the identity when at the time of the email, the identity was already known. Oh, they tried to hide that too. Yes, they did. 3, explain the reasons for dumping 14 fucking hard drives, 5 flash drives, 3 DVDs, and certain e-discovery 9 months later than required under statute, thereby putting the defense at a distinct disadvantage. You don't say. You don't say. 9 months later, you think that would affect you in some way, making you wait the amount of time it takes a child to be moved from conception to birth in the womb? Especially while dealing with their client's mental and physical health decline because he was unjustly placed in a supermax solitary confinement, guarded by Odinists who were threatening his life and his family's. The defense requests the court to order the prosecutor to explain his conduct around the issues raised in paragraph. So we're requesting. So in other words, the defense here is requesting that the court order Slick Nick to explain his conduct around these issues. The state of Indiana has made no substantive response to the discovery deficiencies outlined in the defense's April 16, 2024 letter, nor has the prosecutor attempted to address issues outlined in paragraph 37 herein. Additionally, in early April, the defense requested the prosecution provide Brady material, if it exists, concerning certain law enforcement officials, both state and federal. The defense provided the deadline of April 15, 2024 for said Brady material, then extended the deadline to April 19 to this date, April 23rd, 2024. Prosecution has failed to provide any Brady material, nor has the state of Indiana indicated that no such material exists. The defense believes that at least one key member of law enforcement has Brady material that satisfy the state of Indiana. That the state of Indiana has still failed to turn over to the defense. Believes means knows. Okay, here, believes means knows. Okay. So there are requests here. Request A, that the above documents be produced to counsel by Friday, April 25. It's a few days from now. Okay, Friday, April 25th. Tomorrow's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The state of Indiana be ordered to turn over Brady material to defense by Friday. The state of Indiana be sanctioned for its discovery violations in the following way. And trust me, this unhinged judge, she ain't going for none of this shit. The court will instruct the jury that the prosecution received certain evidence that tended to exonerate the defendant on May 1st, 2023, but failed to turn over that evidence for over 4 fucking months, and that said failure to timely produce that evidence to the defense was a violation of the rules. Permit the defense to play any video that was belatedly produced without objection from the state of Indiana. Prevent the prosecution from rebutting the evidence that Todd Click provided to the prosecution. Remember, this is the Odinist report. Prevent the prosecution from using any data or information extracted from Liberty German's phone. Again, I don't get that one. I'm not with that one. Okay, because we want the whole fucking truth of Delphi murders. We want the whole truth, and we will not stop. Okay. And D, that the prosecutor be ordered to explain in written form his reasons for delaying turning over the Todd Click evidence. In other words, the Odinist report, the 136 pages, for lack of a better word, and why he sent the reasons why he sent that email. And in other words, have McClellan explain himself is basically item D here. Let Slick Nick explain himself legally. He sent an email filled with false statements, misrepresentations that misled the defense. The reasons regarding Mr. Turco, especially, and the reasons he failed to turn over a massive amount of evidence, but then chose to turn that evidence to the defense between September 8th and October 6th, just 4 days before requesting the court dismiss the defense from the case, which she did. This request is made for several reasons, but especially to be preserved for the record. Yeah, obviously. All of this is for the record because we know with this, look, they are railroading. This is all for appeals, okay? This will all be railroaded. This will happen. Whatever happens, happens. This is all for the future. Now, you want to see some extra crazy shit? Let's move on to the more important shit. All right, this is Slick Nick. This is Slick Nick. Now, this one here is going to blow some minds. Comes now Slick Nick, prosecuting attorney for the court, and moves for a court order for Rushville Police Department to produce to the county prosecutor's office, attention Slick Nick, for all employee records for Todd Click associated with his employment at Rushville Police Department. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, he's going for Todd Click now. Okay, this is what you call the attack on Todd Click, because Todd Click is the one who opened the door to the solution to these murders. Okay, while working on the Delphi investigation, Carroll County Sheriff's Department Detective Tony Liggett, you remember the one who lied on the fucking PCA for Richard Allen and misrepresented witness statements, that crooked son of a bitch, developed information that Richard Allen was involved in the murders of victim 1 and 2, which may or may not be true. We don't know yet. During the investigation, Rushville Police Assistant Police Chief Todd Click participated in the follow-up on leads and interviewing parties associated with leads. The defense has listed Todd Click as a witness they intend to call during their case to express his belief that other people were involved in the crime. Yes, in other words, to elaborate on his official investigation into the Norse pagan affiliated individuals who are also connected directly to Delphi and suspiciously to the murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty German. The state believes that Todd Click has employee records that show a Brady violation that could call into question his credibility as a witness. Of course, we're trying to discredit Todd Click, right? That's because we can't attack the findings, we can't attack the evidence, so we're going to attack the person. It's just like the troll farm does to us here. They can't attack what we say, so they attack us personally, like going after my child and my family members. But don't worry, I got something coming for you. These violations could also question or call into question the veracity of his testimony. So now he's a liar. Okay, so now he's crazy, he's not credible, and he's a liar. Based on this information, the state has filed a motion for leave to obtain these records. The state is requesting the employee records for mental records for Todd Click. See, that this guy can't even fucking type. The state is requesting the employee records, mental records for Todd Click for his employment at Rushville Police Department. He can't. This dude cannot type. He's losing it. He's losing it. He's losing it live on YouTube. Okay, that's what he's doing. He's losing his shit. over Todd Click. Mental records for Todd Click for his employment at Rushville Police Department specified in the attached subpoena ducis tecum and request for production of documents and records to a non-party. The request is made for the purpose of preparing for trial. And no, it's made to discredit and call crazy and a liar Miss Officer Todd Click, who we're about to find out about. Okay. The state believes that Todd Click will be a witness called by the defense to support their theory of the case. Of course they will, because Todd Click is the one who opened the doors into the actual concerning, pertinent information related to this case. The state believes the employment records of Todd Click are relevant and would assist the state in preparing for trial. Well, what did he do? 18 or 20 years? So you mean as a cop, for 18 or 20 years, there's not going to be one complaint? Of course he's going to have complaints. All cops get complaints, okay? I mean, cops get complaints every fucking day for various shit that people don't like when they have to deal with cops, because no one likes dealing with cops, okay? So will there be complaints about Todd Click? Obviously, he's a fucking cop for 18 or 20 years. Okay, now, we're gonna move on to a little summary here that I enjoyed. Okay, this is by the Journal and Courier. Okay, Mr. Ron Wilkins. Former Rushville Police Chief Todd Click's investigation into Odinist being involved in the killings of Delphi teenagers Liberty German and Abby Williams makes him a witness for Richard Allen's defense. Fact. And Carroll County prosecutor Nicholas McClellan now wants Click's personal records in order to discredit him and call him a liar and crazy. McClellan indicates in his Tuesday motion, that's today, that prosecutors believe Click's employment records will show incidents of untruthfulness or credibility issues. Yeah, they're trying to discredit the gentleman. The motion includes a subpoena ordering Rushville Police Chief to turn over those documents. However, as of Tuesday morning, Special Judge Frances Go has not signed the subpoena. Oh, but she fucking will, because she's unhinged and she's intent on railroading Mr. Richard Allen and ruining the lives. Not only that, McClellan is also interested in, not only was he interested in ruining the lives of Andy Baldwin, Brad Rozzi. He wants to ruin their lives, okay? But now he wants to ruin Todd Click's life. So Slick Nick, in trying to perform a Hail Mary pass, a slam dunk, he wants to ruin the lives of Baldwin, Rozzi, and now Click. Who else's lives is he willing to ruin, and careers are he willing to ruin? Huh? To get some kind of win on this. Okay, whether or not, disregarding the fact, whether or not Allen is guilty or not, look at this guy. Look at Slick Nick McClellan. Okay, you delayed for 9 months. Okay, not only that, when the Supreme Court put these guys back on the case that you got kicked off, you then immediately tried to have them kicked off again by being found in contempt. Okay, you're desperate, dude. You think we don't see that your desperation? You're making moves of desperation. Click's investigation included 3 people whom Allen's attorneys Andrew Baldwin and Brad Rozzi suggested in a 136-page memorandum filed in September 23 might be involved in the killings. Yes, and remember this. Immediately after that, the leaks occurred. Okay? So what happened? Immediately after this 136-page memorandum was filed using Todd Click's information, these assholes caused a nuclear disaster on the Delphi murders case called the leaks from last year. You know, the leaks that no one has taken accountability for yet, those very leaks that every single YouTuber has failed to step forward and take accountability for their part in, those leaks. These three people live in the Rush County area, about 2 hours southeast of Delphi. One of those men told his sister he was there and he described particular details about the crime scene that had not been released to the public, according to the memorandum. That is Elvis Fields, and yes, he did. Police arrested Allen on October 26, 2022, after nearly 6 years of cover-up and investigation, quote unquote, alleging that an unfired bullet found at the crime scene was ejected from Allen's semi-automatic pistol, and it may have been, based on the marking left by the gun's ejector, which is not a thing. Okay, so can we just admit that that is not a thing? Okay, has that thing been used before in court cases? Yes, but is it a thing? No. Okay, because the forensic science on that is absolutely shit. It is absolutely shit. If you don't know anything about firearms, you do not get to speak about this subject. Allen's trial is supposed to begin May 13 and is scheduled to run through the month. That's 20 days from now. Jury selection will be in Fort Wayne. And after the jury is impaneled, they will hear evidence and deliberate Allen's fate in Delphi. McClellan also filed a response Tuesday, the one we just read, asking Gold to deny Allen's motion to suppress statements about killing the girls that he made while in pretrial detention and in solitary confinement to a maximum security prison. In Allen's April 11 motion to suppress his statements, Allen's attorneys alleged that being kept in isolation in a maximum security prison, eating his own feces, taunted by prisoners and odinous guards alike, amount to coercion by the state. Well, it certainly was. Remember, in his confessions, he also said he shot the girls and molested them. Therefore, any statement he might have made was under pressure from threats. Yes, is my wife alive? Is my wife okay? Is my child alive? Is my child okay? You know, those threats from the Odinist guards, in Odin we trust, those guards. McClellan's response is that Allen admitted to killing Libby and Allie to 8 inmates and 16 guards standing suicide watch at Allen's cell door, and are voluntary statements that were not induced by violence, threats, or other improper influences that overcame the defendant's free will. Well, what about the eating of shit and the claiming to have shot them in the back and molested them when, as far as we know, there were no gunshots in their backs and no molestation? Therefore, McClellan believes jurors should be allowed to hear that evidence. Yeah, well, I guess, you know what I think? Jurors should probably be allowed to hear every fucking thing at every single fucking turn. McClellan also argues that Allen's statements, using Allen's statement, did not violate his rights since he was not being questioned by law enforcement. Gull has not ruled on Allen's motion. Oh, but you know what her plans are. You absolutely do know what her plans are, don't you? Okay, so just a moment. I want to pull something up to present for you before we go into the discussion. And like I said, we're rushing through all of this so we can make it a short show because it's already late. So pardon me while we pull this up. Do we not have sound? Is there no audio? Oh man, why has there got to be a problem? Let's try this again. Let's try it again. One moment, please. There should definitely be audio. Oh my God, come on. One moment, we'll get the audio for you. Okay, we'll get the audio. I don't understand why we have no audio. Okay, but we'll get the audio. Let's do this. I have to re-upload. One moment. Let's see. How do I remove? One moment. All right, one moment. Please let me get the audio. It's worth it. It is worth it. Let's see. Okay. Okay, just one moment. We're getting that together. All right, let me try it again. It's on the way. It's just taking a moment. You will have audio. That's worth it. Totally worth it here because you'll see what this is. If you have not seen this, just to give you an idea of Mr. Click, okay, because the attempt here is to make Mr. Click a crazy son of a bitch. Crazy son of a bitch, right? Crazy, untrustworthy, discredited. Okay, so let's take a look at Mr. Click here. We're going to learn a little bit.
Rush for 106, 70 miles. 67,483. 67483. Just like to thank the citizens of Rushville and Rush County for allowing me to protect them for the last 20 years. 1042 for the final time.
All years and stations, it is with enormous pride that today, December 31st, 2021, at 17:03 hours, I, Chief Craig Tucker, received Officer Todd Click's final call. Todd, 20 years ago today, on May 25th, 2001, you began a journey that has led you to touch the lives of countless individuals through your professionalism, compassion, and mentorship. Today, you receive many thanks for a job well done. The Rushville Police Department thanks you. The City of Rushville thanks you. The individual citizens of this city whose lives you have protected and best interests you have served, thank you. And for your years of friendship and understanding. Through all the doors that time, I thank you. It has been my honor and privilege to have served with you over the past 18 years. On your completion of this lofty achievement, we congratulate you, but know you will be dearly missed. Even though your retirement marks the end of a great career as a lawman and the beginning of many other successful endeavors, never forget you will always be a part of the Rushville Police Department family. Officer Todd Aaron Click, badge number 406. At 15:04 hours, you have safely finished the race and concluded your tour. For the final time, we show you secured and off duty. May your years of service and sacrifice
And that's Mr. Todd Click. That's Mr. Todd Click. Todd Click's last call. Oh, it looks like it got hung up there. Got hung up a little. Todd Click's last call, 20 years. 20 years. Rushville. I don't know why it's hanging up there. I apologize for that. It was pretty much over, though. That's pretty much the end of it. Anyway, we're not trying to make some hero or some celebrity or some martyr or whatever out of Mr. Todd Click. But the fact is, you can't call him a crazy motherfucker because you don't like what he did as part of his job, meaning research, investigate, produce reports, and take what your gut and your instinct and your mind and your findings tell you, put them together in a cohesive fashion, and try to follow through. All right. All right. But yeah, 20. Wow. Rochelle says 20 years is long in that field. Yeah, no shit. I mean, 20 years is long as a school teacher. Imagine being a cop. "20 years of dealing with the assholes of society on a daily basis, having to deal with the taking the trash out." Lead with love. Thank you for your super chat, and that's very kind of you. Thank you so much. Such accuracy and hard work. Thank you. This is hard work, and there's no amount of money in the world that's going to make it easier when it comes to the threats to my family and my 4-year-old and anything. But your gesture is so appreciated and is very kind of you. And I'll ask everyone. Why don't we do this? This is our commercial break. Poor Amy is not here. She must be tuckered out. I saw her in Joe's chat earlier. She was very busy today. But please support the channel in all the ways that you can. We have super chats here. If you like to leave super chats, we have all the funding pathways on the About Me section, like Buy Me a Coffee and Cash App and the merch store and all that stuff. And you can hit like, you can subscribe. We also have memberships. And any of you who are not a member, I encourage you to become a member. Join the family. It's nice to have you all. And thank you so much, Lead with Love. I applaud you. I applaud you. Thank you. We learn that all supposed confessions were only heard by Odinists. Yeah, exactly. In their notes. Social media will show each one is prejudiced by their affiliation. Yeah, of course. I know what I, as a juror, would think. Okay. Oh, and you know he was upset about Ferenczi's murder. Because remember, Agent Greg Ferenczi was murdered by one of these bastards. Shane Meehan. Not only murdered, assassinated. He was drawn out of the building with a Molotov cocktail, which he threw in a very sane state. Okay. He then had his firearm ready to shoot Mr. Ferenczi, which he was very clear on doing. He himself received a gunshot wound and had the presence of mind and sanity to drive himself to the nearest hospital, which he knew where it was and knew how to drive there, even with a gunshot wound, because he didn't want to die. Okay. Shane Meehan had the mental capacity to run for mayor, had the mental capacity to be a federal prison guard, probably an Odinist, had the wherewithal and the mental capacity to plan and execute an assassination upon a federal agent, Greg Ferenczi. You don't think that affected Todd Click? How is he permitted to get out alive? Well, they're going to ruin him now. They're going to try to ruin him now. That's what they're doing. That's what I'm saying. They're trying to ruin him now. Now he's crazy. He's untrustworthy. He's a liar. And now we're going to smear Mr. Todd Click because the defense is going to use his work product. Okay. All right. Imagine what situations and people he dealt with. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. A Rushville cop? Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Rochelle. Yeah, exactly. Meth heads for 20 fucking years. Come on. And others. Oh, thank you, Lead with Love. Lead with Love has become a member. Well, thank you. Thank you for becoming a member. As a family member, we appreciate you here. Everyone's welcome here. A lot just watch and don't chat. And I wish everyone watching would join the chat and become a channel member. But especially join the chat. If you lurk, join the chat. The chat is a nice place. It's where everyone is. Why just sit and listen to me? Join the chat. That's where it's at. What does he claim was his motive? Oh, you mean Shane Meehan? I don't know, but we're getting a trial this year. We're going to get Shane Meehan's trial. We're going to get a bunch. I don't want to go all into it. This year should be interesting, Lambert, I'm not sure if he did claim anything to present, but I would love to hear his take. Yeah, you mean Shane Meehan? Me too. Rochelle, thank you for this another super sticker. That's so nice of you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Meehan's pleading insanity. That's what I'm saying. He sure the fuck wasn't insane, right? When he did all of that. But now he's insane. Now oh, I know I shot the guy in cold blood after luring him out of his office building, targeting him, but I was insane. Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. No, I think he killed him for Deodatus. Okay, he killed him for these fucking white supremacists. Don't worry about what the others think. They'll let the trolls win. Join in and grin. Well, that's a long one. Okay, West. Yes, but no, you girls, Rochelle and Lead with Love, and all our new members. I know we got a couple. Who else was it earlier? Yesterday or today, we had a new member join that I wanted to say thank you to, and now I can't remember her name. No, but our new members, thank you so much. And Lead with Love, thank you. That's beautiful of you. And Rochelle, thank you. Mother told Pence no tattoos. Yeah. Yeah, Pence is one of them. Pence is one of them. He didn't want the tattoos. He tries to be a pretty boy. Okay. He had the wherewithal to do all that, but he's batshit bonkers. Yeah. Sandy, I don't know how to tell you how to join, to be honest with you. I mean, maybe someone on the chat can instruct you on how to join memberships, but we have memberships if you want to join. We also have the Buy Me a Coffee memberships. That is like a monthly support option if you want a monthly support. But I truly do appreciate with the support encourages me, and that's what I thank you for. Okay, that support is highly encouraging. When this case weighs you down, and trust me, it weighs you down. I mean, and the weirdest thing, you wouldn't believe it, but I dream about this case, and I wake up in dream states about this case. So, like this morning, it happened. I woke up in the middle of a dream about the case, and just shows you this is always on the mind. It's always on the mind. I mean, I can't even sleep and get away from it. But thank you so much, Rochelle. Thanks for keeping me encouraged. is what you do. That's what keeps the channel going, because it'd be very easy to just stop. Prof, by questioning Click, the door opens to question Doolin and the others in the Jesse Snyder incident. It's bad. It's bad. It's all so bad. My opinion, we're dealing with a cover-up. Now, my opinion on Allen, I don't have one. Well, I do have one. I wouldn't be totally true to say I don't have one. Okay, my opinion on Allen is complex. But I think this goes so far beyond Allen. I don't like making Allen the main thing here. Okay, I think by making Allen the main thing, you detract from what should be focused on, which is justice for Abby and Libby. Total justice, meaning everyone goes. Okay, everyone responsible, including all of the corrupt officials responsible for the cover-up. Okay, because we know we got a cover-up. We know we got more than one involved. And my opinion on Allen should not even matter, because this is beyond Allen. Okay, my general opinion on Allen is this. Okay, none of us have enough information to make a decision on Allen one way or the other, and that's my opinion. Okay, my opinion is there's no way we have enough information to make a decision on Allen, because it's not been presented yet. Okay. Now, there's a lot that we can make a decision upon. We can make decisions about the handling of this case by law enforcement and the prosecution. We can say absolutely disgusting, absolutely corrupt, despicable, just evil behavior on the side of the law enforcement, the prosecutor, and the judge. It's absolutely unconscionable behavior. Okay. Now on Allen, well, if he's innocent truly, well, then that makes it even more so. It makes it even more so. If he's guilty, it still doesn't lessen the fact that what they are doing is improper. Okay, totally uncalled for, improper. My personal opinion on Allen, he could be involved in some way, but doesn't matter if everyone else doesn't go. So I'm looking at this case as like, yes, this is a case against Allen, but what I'm looking for is the entire truth about the Delphi murders to come to the surface. Entire truth. Okay. What up, Just James? Just James jumping in. Thanks. Jumping in, better late than never. No, you can catch the replays. I did one earlier, and we're wrapping one up. Catch the replays. But thanks for coming in, James. Appreciate that. Click on the light gray rectangle and join on the main page. Oh, is that the instructions? If you tap Rochelle's orange super chat sticker, I pop up with give you the opportunity to buy one yourself, Sandy. Same with membership sticker that lead had up. Sandy, click the description of this video, then hit more, scroll, then hit more again. That's a lot of more. Yeah, but thank you all for supporting the channel in every way you do. Just as I mentioned many times before, just joining the chat is supporting the channel. When you come into the chat and say something, that's very supportive of the channel. Somebody made an interesting statement the other day about how when you leave a comment or hit like, how it propels the videos forward. So I don't know about the numbers they gave about if you do this, you get this many suggestions, recommendations, blah, 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 blah. But here's the fact. Engagement with the channel by comments, shares, likes, all of that, it propels recommendations to newer viewers. So every time you leave a comment, you share a video, or you watch a video, or you hit like, every time you do all that nice stuff, it propels the video to newer viewers. And that's how the channel is seen by more people. And in my opinion, I think more people need to see what we have to say here. And I mean you in the chat and me here. More people need to see what we have to say because, as I mentioned earlier today, you have 75% of the YouTubers that cover Delphi. They are troll farm. They're compromised. Okay, they have a narrative and agenda to push. They are locals. They are here for a reason, and that is to cover up the murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty German. And so, if you want the independent voices, me and Joe Lewis and a few others, you want the independent voices heard, support the independent voice channels. And it ain't the locals. Sorry, it ain't the locals. Um, I want to see KG trial. You mean Kelsey German? Yeah, like what I want Richard Allen's trial to go to trial, and then I want everything to come out in the trial that's going to give us more so that more can be pursued. Because I think that the intention with the arrest and railroading of Richard Allen was to make all of this go away forever so that others are never brought in. So I think we have to defeat that objective. We have to make sure that this case against Richard Allen is used to throw the net to gather the others. I thought I'd drop a link to subscribe to Prof. Give it a shot. You know what? I know there's a way to do that, but I've never gotten that together. I'll try to get that ready soon. I'll try to get that. I know there's some sort of memberships tab that I can copy and paste into the chat, and I just never do it. Usually Amy's here dropping all the funding pathways and all of that, but thank you guys for all the support that you do. You're literally half asleep. It's very late where you are. It's late where I am. So thanks, K West, for the dedication. Yeah, K West, you're awesome, man. You're awesome. What can I say? And Megan, you're awesome too. You're awesome. I appreciated your comments earlier today. All right. Lisa, what's up, Lisa? I'd be willing to bet money if you look at the background check history, you would see one done on RA in 2017. Clear history. Time there, 12 to 1:30, and he was cleared. They also saw his gun purchase. Very interesting. What Delphi had to reveal is what's happening on a larger scale across the world. Well, that's something that can't be denied. Okay. Something that can't be denied, and I'm pretty sure you guys are realizing that that's what Mr. Joe Lewis and I are starting to get at. Okay. Joe Lewis and I are starting to get at this. Okay. It's a window. It's a window into a huge problem. And yeah, I'm tired. I am tired. Yeah, K West is across the pond. Cannot wait for you guys to discuss the big picture. Well, Joe's starting to, and geez, I'm just still trying to get through my Delphi stuff because there's still so much more. I mean, the next thing we'll be getting into, you're not going to believe. You're not going to believe it, but it's something I just can't willy-nilly go into. I'm trying to have all my ducks in a row, everything together, presentation and videos, because it gets deeper. I mean, basically, this. Okay, so you know that the basis of my theory is we're dealing with a whole meth involved situation. Meth. Well, as you get into this meth involved situation, it actually goes into the sex trafficking. Okay, goes into the sex trafficking. So the problem here is, yes, we have a whole meth infused situation, but what it tends to open the doorway into is the sex trafficking, and that's bad. It's bad because it's, first of all, it's hard to talk about. It's harder than meth to talk about, and very few have even mentioned the particulars, okay, of the names, the particulars. However, you did have your homegirl, what's her name? You guys help me with the name in the chat, but you did have a certain woman, an adult woman, come out, and you had an adult woman come out and sort of talk a little about it, but just she only knew a little that involved her part. Okay, so it's not like she did a huge amount of research into all of it, but she knew her part, how she was personally related. Jalen Rain is her name. Jalen Rain. Jalen Rain. But what we've gone into, okay, is we found specific names, specific people that are also tied into the Delphi circle. It's very bad. It's very bad. Okay. And it's very difficult because how do we talk about these people in a way that's third person? So it's we'll get into it. The tip narrative was collusion between Liggett and Doolin while Carter was on vacation. Liggett needed to credit himself to win sheriff. Doolin and Liggett have done this before in the Snyder case. That's one place I do not disagree with you, Lambert. Good one. Good one. I can't say I disagree with that one, buddy. That's a good one. Yeah, I believe that one. It's awesome. Awesome one. Digital says I'm close to the Appalachians. We're all later than me. You're all so much later than me. All right. I showed the hotel they keep those traffic kids in. Really? I might have missed that. Yeah, Jalen Rain. Yeah, just think about it. She's only talking about the tip of the iceberg that she was personally involved in. She didn't research any of this. Not lurking in bed. It's 1:30. Hands under cover, so not in chat on cold. Oh, good night, Pam. Well, good night, everyone, too, because we'll be getting out of here pretty soon. Okay, we'll be getting out of here pretty soon. It's late. Disgusting what some people said about her. Well, it's discussing what they said about me. It's discussing what they said about Julie Melvin. It's discussing what they say about Little Joe. It's discussing what they say about Noe. It's discussing what they say about Holly Lowry. I mean, discussing what they say about, you know what they do? They call all the women whores. They call all the guys pedophiles. That's how they slander us. Okay. The facts are against you. Argue the law. If the law is against you, argue the facts. If the law and the facts are against you, pound the table and yell like hell or ruin the lives of honorable men. Well, that's exactly what Nick McClelland is doing right now. All right? That's what Nick McClelland is doing right now. So Todd Click tried to do what was best. Do you guys remember all the documents I've read for you? Okay, do you remember all the documents I've read? What did Todd Click do? Todd Click took initiative several times, okay, based upon his personal investigation, along with Ferenczi and Murphy. Okay. Several times he took steps. But he's the bad guy. Okay. Just think about that. Just think about that, Nick McClellan. Several times Todd Click took steps to follow up on what he felt was important from firsthand experience, not from hearing what other people were claiming, and not from some sort of fantasy world. That's the thing. If you think it's fantasy world, okay, let's see if this shit is still in my slides here. Oh no, it's not. No, it's not. Jeez. Not here. But you think it's fantasy world that those sticks were shaped into runes? You think that's fantasy world? You think it's fantasy world that a rune was drawn in Libby's blood on the tree? You think that's fantasy world? You think it's fantasy world that both of Elvis Field's sisters were so concerned by what their brother had expressed to them that they went to law enforcement? The leaps that you are asking people to take to disregard all of that are extreme. You think it's fantasy world that Elvis Fields turned around and asked an officer if his spit is found on one of the girls, is he going to be cool? You think Amber Holder was lying when she said that Brad Holder was scared for her life and that Patrick Westphal wanted to go beyond human sacrifice and that they ruined a friendship over something that happened in those woods? We know we got DNA. Okay, we know there's DNA. That whole bullshit question about is there or is there not DNA? There is DNA. Yeah, Megan Allen admitted. Tina Rodell told you everybody that came pick her up, including Gary Kurtz. Yes, there was blood they couldn't get off the car with several washes. I mean, and unlike a bunch of dickheads in this Delphi game, I am not an atheist. I am not an atheist. I would never be so fucking stupid and arrogant to consider myself an atheist. I know that God exists. Okay, I know that God exists. Why? Because God answers prayers. Because God is all that is. So, yeah, we have an almighty God who is powerful enough to intervene. And he is, and he has, and he is using me as one of the avenues to do so. So be careful who you listen to. I love you guys, and I do appreciate you being up at this late hour to listen. Earlier today, I did quite a long show, and it was a good show. And I intended to come today or this evening and do another show to cover this particular material, and so we have. So I think we accomplished the mission of doing what I intended to and set out to do today. So I appreciate you being here to participate in that. What's up, guys? Yeah, just not the DNA they want everybody to talk about or notice. Why has Ellie refused ancestral DNA? Megan and the earrings. Okay. Oh yeah, right. wouldn't that have been amazing? Yeah. Why don't you turn that body cam on? Say that again. What? No, of course not. No, their intention is to cover up the murders of the Delphi murder victims, Abigail Williams and Liberty German, and they just forgot that once you attract the attention of the world onto you, it ain't going away until the intelligent people in the world, uh, the God-fearing people in the world, are convinced that justice has been served. And so that's where we are. That's where we are. So thanks everyone for being here. It was a good little night, a good little quick one. We made it. It's not a 3-hour show, but hasn't it been a long time since we made it under 3 hours, much less under 2? This is a nice little quick show, and I covered exactly what I wanted to. So we do have a lot coming, and I look forward to seeing you there and appreciate you. And yeah, Lisa says, anyone who missed the document, it's worth it. Awesome. Oh, also, one more thing. For anyone on the replay, okay, anyone watching the replay, leave a comment down. Okay, leave a comment down in the chat, even if you're not in a live stream, if you're not in this live chat or whatever. Join the comment section, okay, because the comment sections are a good place to stimulate the algorithm to keep pushing the videos, and also just to make me feel good when I see that you're carrying on a conversation. So I appreciate that. And everyone, you go and get some rest. I know what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go ahead and get comfy for the night and call it a night. Yeah, good idea, K West. Good idea. Thank you. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Rochelle. K West. Picture of the hotel was one of 3 showing the same fake sky was used, as well as a picture of the bridge. The picture was not taken when it claims to have been. Hell no. Look, they took the bridge guy, whoever that is, wherever that was, pasted him on the bridge. I'll show you the article shortly. Not tonight, but shortly we'll be showing that. Yeah. So thank you guys. Jojo, good night. Good night to you and Megan and Carol. Thank you, Carol. Yeah, comments on the replays continue the dialogue. Yes, and they stimulate the algorithm, like I'm saying. Suggestions. All right. Insomnia sucks. Yeah, good night, all. Sweet Dude Shippy, good night. Carol, Sandy D, K West, Kayla, Pink Poppy says thank you. Lisa, Diamond Eyes. Hey, look at, there she is. Diamond Eyes. Where, have you been lurking? Diamond Eyes. Okay. Yeah, everyone else. Everyone who was here super early. Thank you for being here early. Lead with love. Thank you for the super chat. Rochelle D. Let me put that back up. Okay. Thank you, Lead with Love, for the super chat. Thank you, Rochelle D, for the super chat. Thank you, Lead with Love, also for becoming a member, and anyone else, and all of you for your wonderful comments here. We'll see you later. I'm going to get out and go take a good night. All right, we'll see you guys later. Yeah, I'm going to stimulate something. I don't know, Lambert. Did I get your video? Did I get your email? Was it today? I'll have to go back and look. I don't know, Lambert. Maybe I need to look, and if I get it, if I find it, I'll reply to it to let you know I got it. But thanks, guys. Yeah, we'll see you later. All right, good night. Cheers.